say that women are more innovative than men are, in the same way that I wouldn't say that there's any evidence that men are any better at science or maths than women are.
Women are good listeners. That's why a lot of women are very good at finding the core of an issue and therefore thinking of breakthrough solutions and innovation to a problem.
However, I do think that we all have, because of our individuality and our different backgrounds, we all approach science in a really different way. We bring different perspectives, and this leads to better innovation by having more diversity of ideas.
It's only men or mostly men who are working on inventions and science breakthroughs, then they do not fully represent the female's point of view. So the female's voice will be missing out in terms of these kind of big technology breakthroughs.
Men and women are likely to think of different questions to ask within science. And one example of this is in medical science. And now we know a lot more about diseases and different afflictions that affect men. And we know very, very little about diseases that impact women only.
Increasingly, more and more female entrepreneurs, and the products that they create are specifically for women only. For example, there will be a new technology that can detect your body temperature and know your time of ovulation and hormonal change. So these female create for female technologies are definitely helping to improve a lot of women's lives. Globally, girls tend to opt out of STEM degrees or industry is mainly because of self-selection bias.
The more women that are visible in science, the more likely it is that a young girl will see someone doing good science and think, hey, I could do that. She looks like me, I could be doing that as well. So HKU-wise, one of our main aims is to increase the visibility of women in science at HKU.
Having a scientific mindset intrinsically means removing bias, because being a scientist means looking at data, looking at results.
In the last couple years with this outbreak of COVID and the fact that we have been forced to find a way to be more flexible in the way that we work. I really only use Zoom mostly, but there must be lots of other apps that have come up recently with COVID that help facilitate people to work remotely, to work at home, to be more flexible about where and what they're doing. Those kind of technologies that will allow more flexibility can really help with gender equality. I think what's unique about this particular forum is the interaction between sort of the bottom-up approach with the grassroots NGOs that are involved and the top-down approach, so the link between the NGOs and the governments, and the opportunity for these two different parties to really share and meet over really specific project outcomes.
And I feel like this is something that's result-driven that can actually impact how everyone works.
We have this image of a scientist as this incredibly smart but kind of loner guy that lives and works in his office all the time. That's not the only way to be a scientist. So in my lab at Hong Kong U, I share an office space with 50 people. We all work together on projects, and it's actually really good fun.
Okay, girls, we need a more diverse view and more women in the STEM field to represent our interests. We count on you to make the change.